Okay.
We are recording. Okay, this is Elsie Mychols with Fabulous Playground of Love, Joy, Life, and
Angela Estes of Angie C, Cheerleader of Life, who's getting her act together, and speaking of getting her act together, really has to announce to the lovely lady who let me borrow her ugly Christmas sweater for the day, and I just can't do a shot to give it justice. I'm also wearing my Grinch pajamas.
We'll send a picture to us later.
That's it. But
still a shot.
In return, unfortunately, I have to say that the cake I was bringing to dinner, I'm not bringing, but I will have it on Sunday. Who knew that it took an hour and a half to bake? Whoa, picked the wrong cake.
Okay. What kind of cake did you make?
I didn't end up making it. It's called Decadence. A Decadence. It's really cool. I have let's just go. I could show. I love the Disney cookbooks.
Oh yeah, we have one. Oh, that's
I'm taking it out of this one, but it's in multiple ones.
Angela, I know it seemed rude when I walked away, but I figured there were other people listening.
No problem.
That's what I wanted to show.
Yay! Merry Christmas. Did you get that as a present?
No, I did not. This is, I got this for my little one like a few years back with like an apron that matches and yeah. Anyway, so, okay, I need to write notes because I would love if you could share the recipe that you did not make. Is that what I'm hearing?
I did not make, but we're having friends that are coming to visit their family that'll be here a little bit over Christmas. They're going to come over on Sunday, so I'll make it for that. But it's called Decadence Cake, and apparently they at some point made it at Disney MGM Studios Themes Park, which it's not even called that anymore, so it's been a while. 2 cups cocoa powder, 1 3/4 cup granulated sugar, 1/2 pound semi-sweet chocolate, 1 cup butter, 6 whole eggs, and 1/2 cup of bourbon. And it really ends up more like a
in a Disney book.
Yes, but it's from the particular recipe is from
Cooks Out. Everybody
MGM Studios.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it cooks out anyway. Boy, haven't you gone to those parties? A lot of people like bourbon stuff for Christmas. That's why I was going to make it. But it'll be fine for the other day. And it really seems to be more like a brownie because if you notice, it's a flourless cake. And then as you're cooking it, it's like it's submerged in water to the sides. And,
oh my gosh! So
and
you're gonna get that fluffy texture? Maybe.
Well, Art and I were looking at it, and he thinks it's going to end up more like a brownie. I think he might be right. And then it's one of those ones that at the end you put either powdered sugar or whipped cream on top.
Oh, yum. And you can flavor that with that bourbon. Hello, Jim.
Okay. I have the bourbon. No shame, no guilt. Nothing hurts unless you think it will.
Oh, yeah, you know what? And that's kind of the topic we're going to be talking about today. Suffering, emotions, Merry Christmas emotions, right? So
the others.
I actually wanted to start off by just bringing up the topics of what makes some of us suffer during this time of Christmas, where people we know might be going to parties. You know, it's like a Facebook thing all over again, where, oh, look at how fun Jack and Jill are having. And I feel so bad because I'm not doing that, you know. And Christmas might give that same perception. So one of the things one of the many, I keep saying that, I apologize. Emotional attachments and expectations to holidays and how to make things fun. Let's just look around our life, our home, our everything. How's that working out for you? That is the question. Everybody think about
That's the question.
So if we're feeling like there's something that we're not enjoying or getting anything out of, do we know why? And especially today, is it triggering stuff for today?
Can I say something?
No. Yes, you can.
Okay. It's time to interject some frivolity, I guess. Here's the thing. I look at it two different ways. And really, when you start studying all of it, if you think about it, there are so many ways to look at the issue of self-growth and personal growth, right?
Right.
You can bandage it, right? You can clear it. It's kind of interesting because really in the meditation that we were talking about me doing later, right? There's actually 3 different directions it can go. It can go to where it can be a clearing if you're in a lot of pain, or if you're not in immediate pain, it can go into another exercise that can help you figure out why you have the feelings that you have. And for me, I think that's been part of why I've been so successful, particularly lately, is that I've had long time periods where it's like, okay, yeah, where I've had the luxury of not being in the deep pain, but being just in a lighter pain, so that you could dig in there and say, okay, what was this thought? Where did I first hear that? Did I actually say that, or did somebody else? Where did that come from? Why do I think that? So I don't know. I could be very tenacious. I could be like a bulldog, and I basically did that with the mean voices in my head. Okay, dude, who are you? Where did you come from? Let's start figuring out what's going on with you. So that's the thing. Here you are at Christmas. Yes. Mm-hmm. In my own experience, the more you look for it to be like those other people's that you imagine is this angelic, wonderful Christmas, the less you're going to get it. It's the thing you reach for that keeps going right beyond your fingers. So the trick is to turn around and make it that way. Yeah. You can't control whether or not you can make it that way for others. You can give them gifts, you can shower them with affection and love and everything you want, and if they decide that they're having a bad hair day, they'll just bad hair day out. So you just do that for everybody and let the bad hair days be themselves, but you don't be a bad hair day. Rise above your circumstances and have a great time. Rise above the circumstances and have a great time, no matter what. Because really, it's Christmas, it's Easter.
Yeah, it's our own experience of it, period. And it's based on, there may be so many triggers in our body just that we've held on to, and then they start coming up at like those really sensitive times, right? I was going to say that, I wanted to bring up too that you had made a post recently about when emotions come up, they're at their weakest. So before, where I used to go, oh gosh, there's that feeling, oh my gosh, I'm panicking, oh my gosh, because I'm just like focusing on like what's going wrong.
Right. No, and when it first arises, squish it then. Divert and have a whole group of things that are go-to things that you know will work at distracting you. And it's like, oh, negative. Yeah, I got 17 seconds to change it. I really like this song. Isn't that sunset pretty? Oh, I love petting my cat. I love hanging out with my Miss Vivi daughter. You know what I mean? Bake cookies.
Yes, smell the yumminess of the cookies.
Here's the weird thing.
Cider. Apple cider. With cloves, cinnamon, oil, and smell.
That's wonderful. But here, no problems. No problems. But if you think about it, here's the creepy thing about humans. This is what we do, right? We act like, or we expect to have a whole lot of control over other people. Right? They shouldn't do that to me. This is how they should behave, right? And then we act like we have no control over ourselves. I just couldn't help myself. I would have liked to do it, but I'm just not strong enough. Weak, whatever it is, right? We act like we have no control over ourselves and all control over everybody else, and it's exactly the opposite.
Love it.
You know what? Although this is lovely, this sweater is hot.
Oh, did you want to go change?
No, I can take it off and talk.
Okay, everybody.
By the seat of the pants.
Angela's.
It's a cardigan, not a pullover.
Okay, got it. Okay.
See, it had the Grinch.
Hi, Grinch. So our topic is so what if it's Christmas, right? Is that so what?
Yeah.
It's just another day.
It's just a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it, and if you don't, Happy Friday.
There's so many people that just cannot stand Christmas. And I, of course, am coming from the insecure, I don't want to do anything wrong, I don't want to make anyone mad mentality whenever I want to post something, but we cannot let our inspiration be taken away like that, deny ourselves our own inspiration.
I had that, and I have emerged out the other side. Would you like to know the secret?
I want to know the secret.
I feel like that movie. Would you like to know more? All the aliens.
Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers. It's such a great movie.
I love that. It is a great movie.
It's a great Christmas movie. Check it out. Would you like to learn more?
Would you like to learn more? But so explain it. Say what you were having a problem with again. Now that we've drifted so much,
okay.
I want to say it right.
The thing is, we all come from oneness. We're all this spiritual being just having a physical experience. And one of the holidays that humans have developed is this thing called Christmas. And many people cannot stand Christmas for so many amazing reasons. They're right, and then some love it. Okay, Angela's got something.
Now I remember what I was going to tell you I'd overcome. It wasn't necessarily the Christmas thing. It was the fear of posting, right? The fear of posting because you are aware of everybody else's suffering, and sometimes, my God, with me, because I've taken such a journey, and I was really pretty angry at the beginning of it, that all those people that get offended, hey man, I was one of them. and I'm sorry, Stephen Fry, I love your meme where you say that people say that just because they're offended, they act like that gives them some sort of position, right? Yes, I thought it too. And no, it really doesn't. It just means that you had a thought and you were offended and you didn't like that. And if you were smart in 17 seconds, you would pet your kitty.
Oh, I did it best. I just want to sneak. Okay.
One more. I'm sorry. But what I did is do it law of attraction style. Just like what I was telling on the other thing. Don't look that they will be offended. Don't even consider it. You have 17 seconds every time you think, oh, I hope I don't offend anybody with this, to get that out of your head. Only see that they will love it. You only see that you intend great things, and only see that they will receive great things from it. If somebody then comes to you and says, man, I was offended, follow your heart and follow your gut, and don't be afraid to just say, oh, I'm sorry, and walk away if you know it's somebody you can't really talk to.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go. I'm sorry.
Oh, I love it. And just to back up a little bit, I wanted to sneak in the fact that cats are a great grounding tool. I mean, you know this already, but it's like, I really felt it last night when I was snuggling with my cat, and I'm like, whoa, I feel really present and just grounded. And his little nose was sinking into my my arm, and I'm just like, wow, this is great. So it's funny how you can know things, but to really experience them on a deeper level, come on.
Yeah, that's very, very, very true. Very, very, very true. And unfortunately, we sometimes can live in a world where people just think that, I understand how this works, so that means I understand how everything works based on that. Does that make sense? Never
It does. Because what makes me think of that is it's like, oh, okay, I got it. And now, no, it's after I went through coaching just for my own personal development, they're like, okay, you're good. You've got the tools, da, 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 da. But for me, it's like, I want to know everything on a deeper level. I want to experience it more on a deeper level. I think there's always more to explore, which is why I'm still on this planet. I should have died years ago.
Man, there are stories here.
Oh yeah, many stories. I should have died years ago.
Now see, my original idea for what my webpage was going to be, and I actually own the domain to it, is left in the package, because I'm the absolute opposite, actually. An only child, really taking care of her parents most of my life in a weird sort of way, whether it was their emotional needs or their physical needs, right? So my original domain name was left in the package. And so I thought I should have died before 30, because, damn, 30, I was going to make 30? That's old. But beyond that, I didn't do a lot to endanger myself.
Just thoughts of, right? But see, I think what I've discovered is it's not death itself, it's the death of something. I hated my life. I love the people, like I love my friends, but that just wasn't enough. It was me that was suffering in my own mindset, my own emotions. I wanted that to die. And I realized that all my suicidal thoughts were just associated with, I just want the suffering to end. I want that to die. So as of like 2 years ago, I have never been so excited about life than I am now. And it's like, I feel like I'm just getting started. So I want to take everyone with me. Yeah, I want everyone to come with me.
Yay!
Right? And that's what, especially what these labs are about, is just like becoming more aware of things. I pulled 2 cards today. I love Sonia Choquette. She's one of my favorite people. Check out the 2 cards. Oh, Sonia Choquette.
I know it, but I'm always afraid to pronounce it. So very well done.
Thanks. So the 2 cards I pulled, because these were, for me, the intention of the day was to really reach out and bring awareness to those that are, can you see this? Suffering. And in denial. Yeah. No,
wow, without my reading glasses.
Yeah, and so
suffering and denial.
Denial of, let's say, our emotional states. Like when we get really ticked off with that stupid Christmas commercial that keeps coming on my TV, and I'm yelling at them. They have no idea I'm yelling at them. Like, my anger is going to make them go away, right? All the suffering takes place right here. Right here. I'm the one doing it to myself. I'm not helping the planet with my energy. And I am just feeding it, right? So advice for those that are really annoyed with that certain Christmas commercial, what would your advice be to them? And it's not me, by the way. I'm just using an example of myself.
That has not happened to me. There's this wonderful thing that it kind of depends, right? It kind of depends if you think about it. If you're on a traditional TV set and you have DirecTV or Dish Network or Comcast or
Pandora,
whatever is available in your area,
listening to music.
No, I'm getting there. Let me get there. I'm getting there. Right? See, that's
part
of the thing. If you're going to allow yourself to be bothered by ads, then perhaps you need a service that cuts ads for you. And those guys have the service that cuts ads, where Pandora doesn't. Of course, Pandora does not control you muting or leaving the room. I do that all the time. When it's going to be ads and I can't control them, I go and, get a drink of water or get a glass of wine or whatever it is at the time and just leave it. You don't have to put up with it. But at the same time, remember, it is you. And to me, the huge breaker is that witness. If I'm really the witness does not care about that ad. The witness does not care. Even if we're talking spiritual things, it really doesn't give a crap that today is Christmas.
Right,
you know what I mean? what it cares more about, and the symbol of Christmas is the loving and being present, not giving presents, giving presents. What we're doing here more than some people who are giving gifts.
I like that, and I love the observer you mentioned. The advice I gave was just love the commercial. Say I love you to the commercial. It's my favorite
You and
commercial. I love you, but you've got to mean it. You've got to mean it. Get the energy of. I'm not saying I love you. I love you. I accept you. And I told that person it will go away. You won't even hear it anymore.
Absolutely. You and Gil. That's what he told me when I said I hated confrontation. What if you could love it? I'm still thinking on that.
I love that.
It's like I could just not be bothered by it. But to me, and it is a really, really double-edged sword, but it becomes huge when you think about the notion that everything here is busy work, kinda. It's busy work to evolve us further to do more exciting things. But a lot of this is actually the nudging along and busy work, right? And other things might be the ones that are important that we should, not that ad. It's so unimportant.
Right? And it was so cool
Right.
for the witness and myself to observe how, and I could totally see it. Of course, yeah, I can see the annoyance of it, and that it plays that was the only ad that played too. That was what was cracking me up. So it was the same ad. Yeah. And it's really long.
Pandora, are you listening? This is a bad idea, Pandora.
Oh yeah, I better I have to tag them, don't I? Pandora.
Now I could say that I don't get Pandora. I do get Sirius XM at work.
Oh, okay.
And their ads must have been pretty good because I didn't really notice anything. I have had, and see, that's the one thing I can say about always, you and Gil, and I mean, it's really hard because, I mean, hello, he's my coaching coach. I should be saying, love that, Dad. But I'm like, no, the way I did it. But the difference is, I hated Christmas. Oh my God. Like this guy, what is it? I hated Christmas with a white hot passion. Hated it. Oh, hated it.
White hot.
And now this has been the best Christmas I have ever had in my life this Christmas. And it's simply the change in my attitude. So that every Christmas tree I post, I'm like, look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? With no anything. No negative emotion attached.
Okay. So
success.
How did you get there? How did you
see that's what I keep trying to think about, and that's why I'm starting to do those other videos that I was talking to you about, because I've reached this point where you have what you learned from people, and you definitely still want to access that and give tribute and be very grateful, but you also have the things that that you did. Right? You have the mechanics of this is how my mind got from A to D. So if I can write those mechanics down to you as an exercise, shouldn't that help you get from A to D? Because it's really complicated. But it does involve, I think, very heavily when I was really upset, just getting to where you felt better. But if I was only mildly upset and I had a bone that I could figure out what's going on here, why does this bother me? What is this? And it's not just something where you're just allergic. You know what I mean? There's things where, I have a friend whose son can't eat peanuts. Okay, he can't eat peanuts. Why bother finding out why he can't eat peanuts? Just don't give him peanuts, right? But in other things, to me, that's how I got where I am now, is by looking at it and then knocking down all of those different little walls that I had built, all of the different false assumptions I had made, and all of the other people's shit I had taken on my back and decided to carry. Down.
How did you
set it down?
How would you explain breaking down walls? What was your process in that? Just saying, you know what? Why am I thinking about this? That kind of thing? Or not? Or you were saying you came in with no negative emotions, but you've worked those negative emotions out. You've brought them up and released them, right? That's through clearing.
Right. You do, and I've certainly done a lot of that. but you start getting a domino effect. You start getting a domino effect where it takes out others. And for me, the clearing, it was a bunch of different things. At first, it was like you're clearing, and I feel really bad, and it's almost like your normal instinct about crying, right? Okay, I feel bad, even down to just I've hit my thumb, right? I feel bad, and that is feeling better.
Right.
Crying is feeling better. It's your natural way to go. Right, exactly. So when you feel that bad, I would usually cry and try to feel better. I early days built more walls, really, I would say. But I learned to pull walls down by realizing, and it's kind of a Buddhist thing and kind of a law of attraction thing. Remember the Rumi thing. What you're seeking is looking for you. So is everything. Everything you're doing, everything you're thinking about someone else, you're thinking about you. It's like this is ironic. I mean, those stupid Facebook quizzes, they're ridiculous, but they're fun. And the other day I got that but the other day I got that I was the wild friend, right? Which is hilarious. I mean, this is the woman who said left in the package, didn't do a lot of things to get herself killed. Big love of my life that I have late in life. What I'm attracted to him about, I think a lot, is the wildness and fun and that mischievous bad boy little laugh, right? So I think about that. I think about the love I felt from him. I think about the love I felt for him. And I realize what I wanted from him is what I wanted from me. To get, let it loose. Be the person you see every week on Blabs and every day on my video that just says, life is fun, or definitely my life's going to be.
I'm trying.
Does that make sense?
It does.
So you break the walls by.
I'm sorry.
You break the walls by realizing that you give yourself all the things you're looking for. And when you give yourself all the things you're looking for, my God, Christmases, when I had, they were so horrible. They were so horrible. It was just a horrible entire 4 days of horridness. And so then when I didn't have my parents around as much anymore, either, they were in decline or they were actually gone, there was this assumption that would make it all better because now I could go other places and nobody would invite me. Right? So once again, what you want, as long as you're trying to get it, it will just keep changing its form and you will keep not getting it until you turn around and realize I'm not getting it because I'm the one that's supposed to give it to me. And then after you give it to yourself, I had multiple invitations to different things. I had a party. I haven't had a party since the 90s. And I've never had a Christmas party. Don't get me started.
That's great.
But so, I feel like I now have achieved something. And that was what I wanted from coaching. And then, when you feel like that, you do have to say, listen, you can do this. I know you can do this. The problem is we can only talk to the people that know that they want to do something.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes what I'm still trying to heal within myself seems like the easiest thing to think I'm trying to heal others with. Hey guys, I have a great idea. What I want for me is what I want for everyone. So it's that sort of thing. Who else wants $1 million? No, I'm kidding.
Well, think of it this way. What happens is, right, and I swear to God, this is it. This is what happens, right? Okay, you know how when you're trying to talk to somebody who's being very, very negative and you're in danger now of going down to where they are, so they can drag you down, right?
Also, that's called being unconscious. Okay,
It's totally being unconscious. But that same unconsciousness, right, in the populace, if you can go and be this bright light of sunshine and happiness that is as conscious as you can be most of the time, you're always still going to slip, right? But if you can go be this example, you will have the same effect. Instead of them dragging you down, you will you will raise any room you walk into by a certain degree. Simply by being vivacious, Elsie. Now, that might not work when you've just been a murder victim or, there's some rooms. There's some rooms you can't bring up.
It's allowing ourselves to just thrive, right?
Mhm.
Not worrying about
Exactly.
offending anyone. Back to that, I want to make a post, but I don't want to offend anyone. Don't want to be too happy.
Right.
I won't be accepted anymore in the club, the Christmas club.
Right. Yeah. It's funny too, because even as you become more enlightened and you pay more attention to the, I notice my habits. That I will still have things that I do that I know are just to keep certain people happy, you know. It's back to that people pleasing, and it's not necessarily something that serves me, but I also tend to look at it, is it something that hurts me? If it doesn't hurt me and they feel good about it, what the heck? Why not?
That's a really good point. I'm so glad you said that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And what is the experience we're having with this? It all comes down to that. It comes up to that.
Right.
Up.
Up. Well, it's easy. Remember the thing on the Esther Hicks, or, Abraham Hicks? You float downstream. So yeah, up and down. It's very hard to do it that way.
We've had that discussion before. Is it about going up or is it about floating down?
Going down.
Whatever
Exactly.
is your experience of it that feels good is right. Just like
just feel good.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. You will do far more good simply feeling good than anything else, really. And I mean, the more you dwell on the negative stuff, look at how she said too that tons of Democrats have actually elected Republicans and vice versa simply by bitching about we will get Trump if people keep talking. Ignore him. Ignore him. Don't. What you give your attention to comes.
The energy flows where the attention goes. Or is it the attention goes where? Cool.
Yeah, had it perfect.
Thank you. Okay, cool. Well.
Hey, no Henry.
Is Henry on?
Nope, no Henry that I
see.
He
didn't make it. Okay. So today for all who are on now, all who will watch later, it's Christmas right now, and I don't know what everyone is feeling, but if you could choose a better feeling, what would it be? And then put a color to it. And one of my favorite techniques is to breathe out the old feeling through your mouth with whatever color comes to you that's associated with that emotion, and breathe in the color that's associated with the feeling you'd rather feel. And like Angela was saying, you can work your way up, because I know sometimes we can be so low, down in the dumps, very low vibration. It can feel so hard to get out of that place. I mean, my glass bowl.
Well, and sometimes you could be so far down that an up feeling still is a pretty shitty feeling.
Yeah, and don't let that.
A little bit better feeling than the one you had.
Right. So rather than be discouraged, there are charts on the internet, right, that show you how you can work your way up. I'm telling you, when I first got into coaching, my vibration was out there with murderers, and it freaked me out. And I told my coach, I'm like, oh my God, I'm mentally like really unstable. He goes, no, don't look at it like that. But that's how low I was. That's where I came from.
Yeah, yes.
So a chart is really a helpful tool, I think. At least it was for me, being more visual. Maybe a picture, right? A visual picture of an emotion you want to feel, a place you want to go, plan a vacation. Oh my gosh, if Christmas is so horrible for you, and I've been there, I've spent it alone. Who has not spent Christmas alone and ate Jack in the Box?
Who
that day?
I've spent it alone, but never a Jack in the Box. Wow.
Yeah, everything else was closed. Everyone forgot about me. I think we've all had.
Wow.
Yeah, I've had that on my birthday too, right? I mean, who hasn't had that moment of like, oh my God, I'm forgotten. I don't belong to anyone. I don't belong anywhere. it's such a painful program. What would you call that? That is not our spirits. Our spirits can't go there. That's that place of where insecurity and yes, you've got something.
That's it exactly. And that one is huge for me too. In the Abraham Hicks model, if you feel bad, you are not in line with your spirit. So right there, it's like I just tell myself right there, if I don't feel good, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be feeling this way. This is not, and so it's like it gives me permission to feel better and to go do something that makes me feel better. And then, but I think the growth can sometimes come when you come back later, when you're not feeling it and you're quiet and you go, well, no, wait a minute. I felt this way and it made me mad. This is what happened, right? But my actual spirit would not have been mad at that.
Right.
Why? and yeah, because you can learn a lot from that.
Just remember, you're like a golden Buddha. And it's all the junk on top of us, all the pain we've inherited or just accumulated over the years. On top of each other like an onion. We've all probably, well, you, me, therapy's great, but I don't have time to go the slow route anymore. I just want to be evolved quick.
But I think you can merge them. And
what do you get out of it? Like, I mean, I needed it at the time because I was doing a lot of journaling. I was deeply in hell. And I do believe hell is here. That's when I've been there twice. So it worked for me then. How does it work if you merge the two?
Well, like I said, and maybe like with the meditation, right? In the meditation, for instance, when I was still having a lot of problems being sad about that experience, right? And I had a day where I can't remember. Oh, I know. I got triggered on Facebook. It was, and see, it's not that long ago. You'll know when I was talking about as I say this. It was when they were doing the remodeling of my house, and I had someone I knew from high school challenge that I knew what I was doing on Facebook, right? And so I just... it's on Facebook, so you type whatever you type, right? It's like I told a friend recently, you don't tell your detractors, as he called them, that they've hit your battleship, right? You don't have to tell them that, but you know they've hit your battleship, and you know, and it's a great way for triggered, and you know you don't feel good, right? So I called the Achieve Today hotline, or hotline, or whatever they call it, and I got Julianne, right? Because Julianne had set up a time that I could call her, right? So I called Julianne. Now, the invaluable thing that I got from coaching was we went through an NLP script, and there's a point where you interject a lot of where you're feeling it, different words, things that are coming to you, right? And then she read them back to me, right? Those to me were huge.
Do you still have that script? Can I have it?
I do actually. I do still have the script. I still, I know exactly. Yeah.
That's great.
But from that, and I mean, I can't tell you your punchline, and I can't tell anybody their punchline. But what I really discovered through therapy, through coaching, through reading, through meditation, and everything, is that
personal development. Sorry.
Personal development. What I discovered was that I have spent my entire life deeply, deeply, deeply disappointed. And then after I discovered that, about a week to maybe a month, I discovered that what I had been deeply disappointed in was me. And that was the problem. And once I discovered that what I had been disappointed in was me, that's an easy one to fix. What do I want to do? I want to always feel good. If I don't feel good, I'm not really being me. That's easy. That's so easy. But you have to get there.
Yeah.
And the getting there is a bunch of chipping and studying and crying. The bad feelings that are better than the bad feeling you had, think about them. They're always ones that are releasing something. If you're sad, you're crying, it's releasing that energy. If you're angry and you're in it, it's releasing that energy. The releasing ones are going to feel better than the ones where you're like, and yeah, I mean, I was diagnosed with depression, and I've taught, well, like we were talking about last week, right? I didn't say that about myself at the time, but I know I can recognize it now in a day, it's not like I tell myself I have a lot more energy, but I'll look at the day and it's like, wow, look at everything you did. Where before,
yes.
during when they said depression, I maybe got one thing done and begrudged that because I didn't want to move.
What is your favorite way to start your day to get in a good place? Just don't even let something negative start snowballing. Just, do you have any tips, tools?
Really, the best thing is to I would say, and it's so hard, and it's funny because people will resist. People will resist therapy. They will resist coaching, and they will resist all of it. But number one, get yourself present. Be as mindful as possible, as much of the time as possible. That.
Okay, so that could involve grounding. Like, if you want, you can, like, as soon as you wake up, you can put your feet flat on the floor, right? You can just make sure you're here, not out there. So don't even think about thoughts, right? No worries, none of that stuff, right? Maybe, yeah, no?
Right, definitely thoughts. Because, I mean, once you get going, yes, you're going to get all those things that are telling you don't know what you're doing and all that stuff, right? But let's say, okay, with your little girl or whatever's happening, right? Let's say it's with your a pet or a child or something and they're acting up, right? Well, it's your thoughts about them acting up. It's your judgment about them acting up that's making you upset, not them actually acting up. So if you can take it back down to so-and-so's standing there, they seem to be not in a great mood today. Take it down to mindfulness. Observe them like you would a spoon you washed in the dish, in the dish drain.
I love it. I love it.
You know what I mean? Take your opinion out, take the judgment out, and just get present and observe. If you had to tell the police what happened, they moved their left foot, then their right foot. Know it, observe it, and drop.
It's happening to me.
And the anger's judgment.
Right. I'm the victim.
Right. And if it is something that's actually happening to you, like if you're in an abusive relationship, that's a whole other issue. And the bottom line is you can't change them. And if they're going to be abusive, you can only help yourself. So you're going to need to leave. Mm-hmm. Because you cannot make them not be abusive. Only they can make them be not abusive. That's one of those memes that drives me crazy, that people won't change unless they know what they did was wrong. Number one, in the end, never abusive, but what they did may not have been wrong for them. It didn't go the way you wanted it, but just because it didn't doesn't mean it was a wrong thing to do. Mm-hmm. Change yourself, not other people. Find your happiness from you.
Yeah, the experience is just within ourselves. Whoever's doing abusing, they're having their own experience. They're battling their own monsters.
Exactly.
Or maybe they just want to experience feeling. It's never personal. I don't believe it is. But there is what is that anger book we were reading? I finished it. And there is help out there. The police aren't really that good with this stuff.
Fear.
Yeah.
The Book of Fear, was that it? Yeah.
Anger.
Or fear. Something about fear.
I'll look, but I think go to women. There's women's support groups that are really they're the ones to go to. The police can only do so much, but there is support for everything. I believe that if you're looking for it, you will find it. What was the aligning, right? I'm looking really quick to see the name because
now I want to say The Art of Fear.
The gift of fear. The
gift of fear.
Great book, everybody, and they talk about some heavy subjects, but it's really good about knowing how to judge fear by your authentic feeling, rather than the programs in us or the news or the newspapers, wherever, or someone just gossiping. That kind of fear is not very good at protecting us, but we have that in us naturally.
Right.
Merry Christmas.
Right. Merry Christmas.
So we were going to do did you want to do our meditation? Did you have something for us? We've got like 10,
Our meditation.
12 minutes.
Okay. We will give it a try. If I don't succeed, there's weirdness happening with my sound again. If I don't succeed, I did do a test one or, a practice one. And so that's my video today. So you can see it there. I did do some notes of some things I missed there that I would like to get in today. So we'll hope, fingers crossed. Okay, so first of all, you're going to start out in the meditation. And I need to give you a heads up in the first place because simply where I put you in the beginning might frighten some people.
Okay.
But it's a metaphor, right? We're talking, and this one is looking about why you're not successful at something you want to be successful at. I am a great believer that we all have natural talents. We do all have a purpose. We all do have a goal, something that we wanted to do while we were here. When you're doing that, when you're living the life that you came here to live, just like that same Abraham Hicks notion about if I don't feel good, I'm not my source. When you're doing the thing that you came here to do, you're going to feel great, right? You can't really feel like you're not doing it well. It's what you do. It's your natural territory, right? But so if you know what that is, right? I have you, you're going to be on a stage, right? For like a stand-up comedian or some sort of performer, right? If that isn't comfortable to you, picture someplace else, right? If you know what it is that you want to do, you substitute the like thing. So we have, singer, stand-up comedian is to stage, as chef is to kitchen, as truck driver is to truck, as fireman is to fire station, whatever it is. Put yourself where you would be doing the activity that you want to be doing. Okay, so now we're going to start, and I'm new at this, so be kind.
Where I am, oh my gosh, I just found a place that I love intensely. I hope everybody else has found this. Oh, well, this is exciting.
You haven't even actually started because you're supposed to start.
I'm already there though.
Breathing.
Oh, sorry.
Pay attention to your breathing. That's okay. Pay attention to your breathing. Okay, and Elsie's already there. We're gonna.
Is there a count?
There's no count. There is no count. I did say this, and see, this is a new thing I wanted to add. Okay, your position. If Elsie's position of sitting in that chair is not the position you would be in doing the thing that you would be doing, you might want to be in the position, for instance, the stand-up. And I notice when I'm doing it, I seem to always be kind of walking around or standing. So that's interesting. But
it's healthy. It's a good habit.
Get in the position that would work for whatever you're doing, okay? But also, if you are moving around like I am, stand in one place because you're going to be shutting your eyes. Okay, so you're going to slowly breathe in.
To my rock star friends, rock pose. Okay, go ahead.
Rock pose!
Okay,
exactly. Get in that rock star pose. Okay, so we are going to slowly breathe. Just be aware of your breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. And if you don't already have your eyes closed, slowly breathe your eyes shut. Now, picture your place. Picture where you would be doing whatever it is that is your thing that you do, that place where you shine. And remember, you were absolutely safe here. Nothing can hurt you here. Nothing can go wrong here. This is your territory. It's like your home. You're absolutely safe here. So while you're here, take a look around. Really take in your surroundings. Smell it. Feel it. What's it like? How warm is it? What are the tactile feelings of it? What do you hear? What do you smell? Now, while you're there, okay, let me calm down a bit. Just really, really take it in. Really, really, really take it in. And while you're there, picture all of the people appreciating what it is that you do. See it almost like Scrooge looking back at his childhood. You can't touch it, you can't affect it, but you just have all this success and all this love and appreciation for what you've done going back and what you've done going forward. It's like you're just on this pin where you can see the success of your journey while you're here. Now, stand-up comedians frequently have what we would call hecklers, right? And if you're hearing anything like a heckler that's going on in your head about what this is that you want to do in this safe place, remember that in this safe place, none of that can touch you. So any words or any energy from that falls to the floor or whatever is a floor in your world, almost like Scrabble tiles. And it says the words instead of the letters. It says the words instead of the letters. Now, see here, where if you had a coach, you could actually just say the different words that you saw go by, and you might be able to have a discussion about it later. But those of you, if you're really in a lot of pain, let's go to you first. If those words were really terrible, terrible, awful words, they're now laying at your feet. I think you could probably kick them, squish them, destroy them any way you want. They're just words. And they have no effect on you here. This is your place. Now, the other people, you might just kind of look at the words, take a note of what they are, and you can think about them later. I actually have an exercise where you could use them later if you know some of them. Chances are you've heard them enough that you probably know some of them by heart, even when you are conscious. Remember, they have no power, especially in this place, because this is your place. Now, I want you to take another look around, really, really bask in all that love of all those people, whether it's animals or people or all those souls that appreciate whatever it is that's your life's journey. Really soak it in. Really try to make a memory so that anytime you need to, even on Christmas, you can touch this place because it's your place. You're safe, you're free, and you're loved. And if you don't feel loved, remember the last time you loved something. You gave yourself that feeling. Give it again. Okay, now slowly become aware of your breathing again and slowly open your eyes.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I think I still
Angie.
missed points from my notes.
No, that
Yay.
was really perfect. Perfect. And the kitty cat liked it too. So,
Yay!
Yay! So,
I tried to show it to mine, but he didn't like it.
wow.
Okay, is it time?
You know, I feel like, we have like a couple minutes to say goodbye, but I really felt like there's a project that I need to finish that I feel so stuck on. And that guided meditation really helped me, because that's why I was sitting here. I saw myself doing these videos that have to go into this project. And I felt like it really helped me align more to I felt it. It felt good to do. So now I feel like I'm more looking forward to it.
Yay! I've got to say, too, I forgot to say, the people who don't have any hecklers whatsoever that just feel the energy of, wow, isn't this great? Do it. Do it every day. Do that meditation. Learn to be able to touch that place, because, I mean, that's exactly on your law of attraction model. That's nebulizing. That's the vortex. That's how you get to where you want to be in an inspired, wonderful, beautiful way.
Love it. Well, so here's to feeding the emotions that we do want. Breathe in, breathe in the emotion you want, even if you're really far down. Find a chart on the internet that can take you up or downstream. However you view.
That's it.
Upping your energy, your vibration. Baby steps if you have to. Journal. I keep saying journaling. really.
Journaling is really good at the lowest ones too. If you're really, really, really down there and you can't afford a coach, or you don't have a coach or whatever, journaling is really, really big down there. Absolutely.
Well, and you can always contact us too.
I forgot what it was.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Still can't remember.
Sorry. No.
Okay, well, I guess.
Well,
if you think of it within the next 15 seconds.
Otherwise, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Okay, bye, Angie. What?
Bye.
Is that it?
New Year's. We're doing it New Year's.
Yeah, we have. Oh, yes, we have a friend of ours, a fellow coach, Henry, who will be coming and talking about what he does, and he's also a doctor. So, yeah.
Oh, that looked like I was flipping you off. It wasn't.
It's always that finger.
It wasn't that finger. It was the other finger. This finger. Wait a minute. But I have a title. You can steal my title. I was going to use for my videos back when I did videos before. So you say you want a resolution.
Ooh.
Isn't that great? I love that. So you say you want a resolution.
Okay, that's beautiful. I will get that going. I'll schedule it. And then with this video, I'll tag the video of was it a meditation video you said you did, right?
Yeah, it was the next 99 today's.
Okay.
Okay. December 25th.
I'll add that.
Has that same meditation, a little different, mostly the same.
Oh, that's great. Everybody can favorite that and always have it as their go-to. Everything is also going on the Fabulous Playground platform. Found it Fabulous Playground.
Oh!
What?
And it mentions your Christmas video. Oh my God, your Christmas video! I love it so much.
Oh, it was so much fun to do. Thank you. There'll be more.
It is so good on so many levels. So many levels. And then it starts showing you the Rumi and Eckhart Tolle quotes. And then it's like, I'm in love.
Yeah. Thank you. I love the feedback. Thank you so much. Everybody's an inspiration
very good.
for me. So anyway, everybody have a wonderful Christmas, a beautiful life. We're here every Friday and always here. Anyway.
And you know what?
Around.
If you hate Christmas, if you don't live in Australia right now, it's over already in Australia. Just think of it that way and go do what you do on a rockin' Friday off.
Yeah. Plan a vacation, even if you're not going to go anywhere. Cool.
Hey, my dad used to travel via Google Maps.
Oh, really?
He'd send me pictures. He would do screen captures and send me pictures.
Oh,
Swear to God.
Nice.
You could do it.
And just journal.
Really interesting things.
Oh my gosh.
You could have a great Christmas just journaling, looking at Google Maps, and going to Duolingo and learning the language of your choice.
You're so genius. And I have to say, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not. As far as you know, it's really happening. Have fun with it.
Absolutely. And keep that in mind. All those vacations that you'd like to take. I mean, I have a year where I would like to go to Australia and the South Seas, Cancun. I'm missing a couple of places. Paris, right? Absolutely. Get yourself where you see yourself already there. Okay. To be a Jeffrey Allen where you're almost already grounded there.
Yes.
I want to do that one if you're really going.
We'll talk more about that, the whole energy and presence in one of our labs. Oh, I'm so excited. So many fun subjects and topics we had. So again, we love you. We love you. We love you. Happy, forget the Christmas. Happy December 25th. Happy
Friday.
Happy Friday. Everybody loves Fridays, right? Oh, most people maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone.
Unless Friday's their Monday.
I know, right? But that's okay. Bye, everybody. Bye, Angie.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye. I don't know how to leave.